The price of Bitcoin is $43,850, there or thereabouts. We're tussling with a key level of support right now. I've been trading this like mental recently, and I'm going to show you all about that in today's video. If you're interested in some absolutely batshit crazy trades, press the like button. I'd really appreciate it. I'm blinking then because I've got something in the eye, but press that sodding like button. It would be amazing if you did that. The CME gap is today. It's at $45,000. Is the CME gap going to be reached? Well, let me explain in today's video what my thoughts are on that and how I'm positioned, because I am positioned huge right now. It's the big ones, big boys, big nervous squeaky bum time kind of trade. So slap a like, subscribe, voice crack, let's crack on. Now, first things first, $43,850 is the current price of Bitcoin. We're experiencing a small bounce right now, and my portfolio here on BYBIT is looking quite incredible, to be honest. It's looking really nice. 76k profit on Bitcoin, $100,000 profit on Ethereum, $44,000 profit on Polkadot. Really liking Polkadot right now, especially going on forward into the future. Sun, no idea what it does, but it had no volume on it, so I bought $92,000 of it, and now I've made $18,000. Great. Theta and Zilliqa, both good trades. Overall, that is giving our account balance here of $424,970. Just lost another $500. Oh, just lost another $1,000. We must be dropping right now. We're only moving like a few dollars at a time, but you know, these things have huge moves on your accounts overall. Now, the other trades that I'm in right now, these ones are more risky. These ones are on BitGet, for which you'll find a link in today's video description. If you are in the UK, check out BitGet. It is a fantastic exchange. You can use it in the UK. Even by submitting your KYC and everything, you won't be locked out of the exchange. Check it out. You'll find a link in today's video description. If you use that link, you get up to $8,000 for free. Now, or is it 30,000? It could be 30,000 actually. I think it's 30,000. I think they changed the offer. Now, Bitcoin, 3 million long, $10,000 in on profit. We're basically next to my entry right now. We're only $125 above it. With all of these things, I'm keeping my stops tight. I don't place stops because I don't like to tell market makers where I'm going to exit my trades. Instead, I would rather be tied to a screen all day so that a market maker can't read my account. That's why you don't place stops on trades. I don't place stops. Just to explain this, because I think a lot of people don't really understand it. The reason I don't place stops on trades is because internal market makers on BYBIT, internal market makers on BitGet, internal market makers on every single exchange out there will see that, and they will realize that the exchange makes a fee if your position is liquidated, and it's a higher fee than normal. So if your stop loss triggers, boom, they make money. And that's why I don't place stop losses, because you have internal market makers on exchanges, and they'll never admit to it. I just believe in this because of the amount of times that I've been wicked out on a stop loss and then it's pumped back to the upside. There has to be some correlation there. Again, market makers have got a lot of money. They can do what they want to the price, especially on just an individual exchange. Like an example of this, to be honest, an example of this theory, because a lot of people might go, oh yeah, but it's not true. It can't possibly be true. How can that possibly be true? Well, look at how low the price of, was it Ethereum or was it Bitcoin? No, it wasn't Ethereum, it was Bitcoin. So on the price of Bitcoin here earlier today, when the price dropped down on BitGet, the lowest price that it reached here was $43,573. However, on BYBIT, if we open up the same thing, it wicked all the way down to $43,336. Now, that's a significant difference, is that? And I bet you it's because somebody had a huge trade open here that would have got liquidated at that price level. That's why I don't use stop losses. It's why I don't like stop losses, because stop losses just open you up to somebody else reading your account. So I'd rather tie myself to a screen all day and do the job properly and do it myself. So in terms of where I would want to exit these trades, it's around my entry. Look, I'm not sticking around to lose a bunch of money in these things. Same goes with Ethereum. My entry here, if we zoom in on the price, is $2,339. Current price around $8 above my entry price. Yes, we're in $27,000 profit. That is really nice. And we've taken $244,000 profit. Very similar to what we've actually done on Bitcoin here, where we've taken $428,000 of profit. Like, these are some really nice trades, to be honest. And we did complete the $1 million account challenge out of $50,000. So that was also really good. Phantom is another trade that I've got open, $212,000, currently yielding a $36,000 profit. One, which is called Harmony, is now a $14,000 profit. Injective is now $4,900 in a profit. Chainlink, which is a $500,000 trade, is $2,000 in a profit. Elrond, which is only $133,000 trade, pumped overnight, very nice, and it's up $26,000. Glimmer is up $10,000, and a lot of people, again, the common criticism as me is, well, you don't show losses. Look, I don't really have that many losses to show you. I've got these ones, AGLD, Gala, and Waves. Waves is losing 700, where Gala is losing 820, and AGLD is losing 1,800. Those are my losing trades out of all of this lot. Now, yeah, of course, earlier today, I was in a $70,000 loss on this Ethereum trade because I woke up for breakfast around this time here, and then, but I'd only slept for a couple of hours, so I went back to sleep. And then by the time I woke up, it was like, oh shit. And I woke up around this kind of period of time, and I was like, it probably bounced because CME gap and all that stuff. So I'm still expecting it. So in terms of price action for the rest of today, I've shown you all of my current open positions, and I'm kind of explaining what I'm expecting to happen here. But what can we expect from the rest of today? Well, in today's video, of course, I also want to discuss the altcoin market and what is going on in the altcoin market. But first of all, we need to get rid of a couple of these lines here so I can show you what I expect to happen to the prices today. Come on, let's reset the scale to auto. There we go. So in terms of Bitcoin's current price, you can see that we're in this range here, and we were in this range here, and we were in this range here. We want to break up right now. We are forming this inverse head and shoulders pattern. Something that I'm quite keen on, especially given the way I'm positioned, is this Ethereum trade. Now, Ethereum has been forming flag breakout, flag breakout, flag breakout. The breakout target on Ethereum right now is somewhere around the range of $2,450. That would be the top of this range right here, where you would expect a rejection if we were to break above the level of $2,375. I would love that to happen. Honestly, it would make my day. But in terms of where the CME gap is currently sitting, that's what we need to be keeping an eye on right now. And the CME gap is currently sitting at $45,000. Now, if we look at $45,000 and where that is on the chart right now, for Bitcoin specifically, the CME gap on Bitcoin is all the way up here where this purple box is. Bitcoin's price needs a significant breakout to reach that purple box. Now, the question is that breakout going to happen? Well, typically, if you was to be drawing this like my normal usual self, you go, okay, inverse head and shoulders breakout, and then that would be kind of a take profit point, and then you would expect a continuation of the move to the upside, but that would just be literally a take profit point. In terms of the distance that we currently sit away from closing the CME gap, that would be around a 2.5% jump over the next couple of hours in order for that to happen. Is that going to happen? Well, currently here in Dubai, the time is 8:54 in the evening. That would make it approximately, so that's 9 o'clock, so it'd be 5 o'clock in the UK right now at the time I'm filming this, which would give you 6 hours until that CME gap closes, because the CME gap is at 11 o'clock at night. That's when the CME exchange reopens. The CME exchange is the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. Many of you will know this, and I don't really need to explain it in full, but I get so many questions about it. CME gap is just a theory. It is nothing that is confirmable. It is nothing that is verifiable. It's just that 197 times out of the past 200 Monday or Tuesdays, the price of Bitcoin has gone to the same price that it was on the Friday before when the markets closed, because of course institutional markets don't trade on weekends. It is just a theory, but it's a theory that has a lot of accuracy with it, and it's weird sometimes how accurate it can be. Like 2 or 3 minutes before closing, it just like boops to the upside and just shoots up in a straight line. It's strange, trust me, especially if you've been watching it as long as I have. It's a strange one, but it works. As a theory, it works. Generally, it works. Anyway, and going back to the price charts right now, what can we expect from the price of Bitcoin? Well, if we fail to break out, we've got a key level of support here that we need to stay above, which is basically $43,763. If we fail at $43,763, we can expect a continued break to the downside of this trading formation here. That would take us to around here. That would be a level of $43,500. And a loss of $43,500 probably means we're going to have a bit of a tumultuous time starting the week. I'd like to start off quite optimistically and say, I still have a lot of hope that this CME gap is going to close within the next 9 hours or so, and the price is going to start rallying to the upside. This is what we experienced last week, you see. This is the golden cross. This is something that has not happened on Bitcoin in an incredibly long period of time. You can see here, we got the bear market cross, and the bear market cross was the bearish cross. I don't know what they call that one, but this one is the golden cross. And last time we got a golden cross on the price of Bitcoin, this chart unfortunately doesn't date back long enough, but basically the last golden cross that we got was around this level here, a long, long time ago. Every time we've had golden crosses on the price of Bitcoin, it tends to rally significantly to the upside, and it's probably not quite done yet in terms of its rallying back to the upside. However, how am I going to play this market right now? I'm going to kind of just play it by ear, to be honest. I'm looking at the Ethereum Bitcoin chart right now and thinking this looks quite attractive, to be honest, for a breakout. We only need to break above this level right here in order to confirm a breakout back up to here. That would be approximately, if we're measuring the price distance from where we are right now, a 0.66% increase in price in order to make this pennant whole. And then at that point in time, you're looking at a significant jump in price upwards, because you would expect at that point in time an inverse head and shoulders would probably form. Now, something else that I want to point out to you in today's video is a friend of mine, Stuhl, made this thread today about a token project called Cleo Dotech. It launches tomorrow on Bitmart, and I think it's going to be a really good opportunity in terms of what this is actually doing. It's a one-of-a-kind marketing technology platform. Nobody's ever done this kind of token before, and I think it's important to bring it up just because it is going to be a really good for the world platform. And we all like things that are good for the world. It's green, it encourages good activities. So I'd recommend that you read this thread. I'm going to explain Cleo in full in a different video, but I'm going to link this thread in today's video description because I think it's such a good thread, and I would really encourage you to read it. In terms of news today that could potentially affect the markets, let's first of all start off by showing you that Kazakhstan obstructed citizens from using 980 unlicensed exchanges in 2023. FTX and Alameda have transferred money to exchanges in the last 4 days, which is particularly interesting. You should read what they're transferring and how they're transferring it, but it's $591 million. The perfect trading toolbox, what is the accumulation and distribution line? You should definitely read about this on cryptosavingexpert.com. It will improve your trading for sure. And then finally, of course, if you do want to join the group where I post all of my trades as and when I take them, then that's this group here. But also you can join the premium where you get personalized support, one-to-one calls, and a £75 gift card for the store. Check all of that out. You'll find it linked in today's video description for Crypto Saving Expert. The website is completely free. You can make a free account on there and do a bunch of courses and all that stuff. You can get a portfolio tracker on there if you want to track the value of your portfolio. You can do it on our website in all one place. Overall, it's a very, very useful platform, and it's cost a lot of money to develop it. So I really appreciate it when people do use Crypto Saving Expert. I also mentioned that today I was going to talk about some altcoins in today's video. Terra Classic, now back up at 5 cents. Very nice to see. I've been saying for a while now that I expect one day this is going to go back to $1. It is a dream rather than an expectation, but I hold out a lot of hope for that. Cornucopias now down just below 10 cents. This is definitely back in my buy zone. It is the best price that it's been to buy in quite a while now. Frontier, again, back in the buy zone at 36 cents. And finally, Alliance Block back in the buy zone at 12 cents. Definitely a strong buy for me right now. In terms of how we expect the market to perform, I'm looking more so to the upside than the downside, but I'm interested to know your thoughts on that. Leave a comment down below. Nobody ever leaves comments anymore. At the same time as all this stuff, check out exchange links in today's video description. You do get a nice bonus for using BitGet. It is a fantastic exchange platform, and it's why I've done so much volume on it. Now, the real question that you've all got on your minds right now is probably, TMG, how much money do you have in your account? And the answer to that is $818,000 last time I refreshed it. But let's give it another refresh right now. The answer is I just lost $40,000. $50,000 actually. Wow. Who cares? It's fine. It fluctuates like this all the time. It doesn't really matter. When you're playing with the amount of money that I'm playing with, you end up with wild swings in your account. It is not sensible what I'm doing. I would never advocate anybody to do it in the way that I'm doing it. What I'm doing is I'm doing it as a professional. I'm paying 100% attention to it, and I don't go to sleep until I am 100% confident that I am in the green. Now, on that note, guys, make sure you slap a like on today's video. If you're new to the channel and you enjoy the craziness, because it can be a little bit crazy, a little bit bit boy over here. I'm only joking. It's a funny joke to say after everything that's happened. Do drop a like on today's video. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Turn on those channel notifications. And I hope that CME gap closes tonight and I can bank a $400,000 profit. Let's see how it goes. Let's try and not lose all of our bankroll on one trade. Have a great evening, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.